Okay, so what is a hater? There are a few types of haters. You have the questioning hater. They're the ones who are going to ask you a question about every single thing that you do. And they're going to act like they really want to know the information, but in reality, they don't. They're just trying to figure out how you did it. Excited hater is the one who acts like they're happy for you, but in reality, they're not excited. They don't support anything that you do. They're the person that never shows up. They're the one that's going to go, oh my gosh, they're going to do that, but in reality, they're pissed. Yeah, that's really nice. But it's fake. Then you have the probing hater. They're the ones who are going to ask you a bunch of questions about every single thing that you do. They're going to want to know how you did it. They're going to want to know why you did it, when you did it, who else knew that you did it. A lot of them do this face. When they ask you a question or while you're talking to them, like the whole time they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. That's otherwise known as the hater face. Those people that seem to be hating, I kind of distance myself from them. Even if they were close friends, I just distance myself from them. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. You can't control someone hating on you. I can honestly say that I have hated on people before. I mean, just to be real, I've been a hater before. And I think we've all at some point or another been a hater, unless you are literally Mother Teresa and she probably was hating on somebody too. Whenever I found myself starting to hate on somebody, it's because I admire something about them. Sometimes we hate on people because we're too lazy to do what they're doing. The thing is that we're human, and when you're human, certain parts of your characteristics are going to come out. It's just inevitable. You're out somewhere or something and you see somebody with long, beautiful hair, and that initial thought that you have is like, who she thinks she is? You know, like, her hair ain't that pretty anyway. That's part of being a hater. I guess I can't speak for everybody. Maybe some of you out there, angelic beings, y'all have angelic characteristics and you don't have these moments of weakness where you think something negative about somebody, or you see something that you really admire, but because of how you may feel about yourself and maybe you don't have that thing, then you have to look negatively or find something negative to point out about that person. And a lot of times when people hate, the vicious thing about being a hater is that usually the person doesn't keep their hate to themselves. They gotta spread it around like mayonnaise on a piece of bread. It's almost like, I don't want anybody else to think that they're excelling. I don't want anybody else to think that they're banging. So I'm gonna make sure that I point out these little negative things here and there. Women hate on women if she thinks that that woman has something more than she has. If that woman is excelling in some way, if that woman is more beautiful, if that woman is more talented, anything. I mean, if the woman can cook better than her, she's gonna find something to pick out about that woman. Make sure that you are not a hater, because a lot of people are haters and don't even want to acknowledge that they are. As soon as you realize that you have a friend who is a hater, move them out. Shut them down. If you're at work and school and all that and you have haters around you, who cares? I mean, they're not really significant anyway. They're people who are on the sidelines. So people that are on the sidelines, keep them on the sidelines. When it comes to having family and close friends who are haters, once you discover that you have a friend who's a hater, it's like a cancer that spreads. What they do is try to make you second guess yourself. They try to tell you negative things about what you're doing to make you second guess whether or not you should or shouldn't be doing that thing. Most likely the person is doing it because they don't want you to excel, because they fear that you're going to surpass them. Okay, so of course hater family members are going to be the worst. And yeah, there's a such thing as a hater in your family. And it's because they're miserable. They're just miserable people. They're miserable for whatever reason. They're not thriving. They don't know what they want to do with their lives. Whatever it is they decided they're doing, they're not happy doing it, etc. So they're just going to spread their misery around. Don't tell them all of your business. You are not obligated to tell a family member all of your business. I think you should celebrate when you have a hater, because having a hater is usually an indication that you're doing something right. When you stop having haters, you should be very concerned about your progress. Because the bottom line is, if you are excelling in any way in your life, more than likely a hater's going to pop up.